Hello, dear friends. We're back
Hi.
again with questions and answers from the first lesson of the second semester. And with us is Rosie from the UK, and she's asking, why are there so many introductions to the original Kabbalah texts? Is there an intended order to read them in?
You start and I will...
An introduction in Kabbalah means that the Kabbalist is taking the whole wisdom of Kabbalah, really the whole wisdom, and it lies within this introduction, like the introduction of Bala Sulam to the study of the 10 Sfirot. Really, Rav Leitman said it a couple of days ago, that all of the philosophical questions, all of our existence, all of what we will ever need to know, lies within there. Only that it's encapsulated, it's the essence of what Baal Sulam would like to say. And all of the rest of the study, like the study of the 10 Sfirot, or the Zohar itself, is intended for, let's call it, two purposes. One purpose is for us, we're studying in the phase of the preparation, and for us, we need to be like, I don't know, like blind. I don't want to see nothing, to understand nothing. I don't want anything. Just one thing. To draw the lighted reforms, to draw the upper light. I want to see just this thing. To search for it in the Zohar. I want to attain what they're speaking about. And not to imagine that I understand. This is for us. Then, for those who attain, there they open the whole, panoramic view of the spiritual worlds, and each one of them, according to the introductions that Bala Sulam wrote to us, they attain what's slowly and gradually what's written in the Zohar. So this is why we need the introduction. It's like kavanot.
Directions?
It's like in the okay, this word that I don't have now, but it's like it is
intention.
It's like it's directing us to the point. Like in the rifle, you have like two points on the rifle, which you're looking at them. And only when they cross, this is how you're sure that you will arrive there. So each introduction, each thing that the Kabbalists are writing us are like points in our path towards the goal, which directs us. Without them, we will not be able to even understand what the Zohar is speaking about or other Kabbalistic texts, and we will not be able to extract what we need from it.
Yeah, it's all in the Kabbalah we study that it's all about the preparation and the introductions and the preparation for the light. Let's say this is the most important part for us right now, because the texts themselves are really like medicine. We don't have to understand them in order for them to work. So yes, we have to prepare ourselves. That's why we're reading the introductions, and sometimes we are reading them even by themselves without the text, because they're so important. The Kabbalists tried really everything to make those texts fit for us, to prepare us for the Kabbalistic texts. So yes. Nick from London, is there an order to the Kabbalah study? If so, what are the most important articles?
This is a very good question. We wanted to do it in the third lesson to speak about it. There are also texts, like we once explained, which are very good for women and very good for men, only because of nature, which is drawn from the upper roots, but texts. So all of what we're studying in Bnei Baruch are the texts adapted to our level of development as souls. And I would recommend to begin with all of the writings of Rav Michael Leitman. As simple as this, because he's taking all of the Kabbalistic texts and he was interpreting them and lowering them to our reality, to our perception, to our world. Many, many fantastic books that we could read, and this is the beginning. Furthermore, There are the writings of Rabash, the social articles of Rabash, which are the first 20 articles. They are all in the site, in the English site, or in the Russian site if you want, in Spanish, some in Italian, and in other languages that you could read. And the main articles of Baal HaSulam, very, very important. All of his, let's call them social articles, like the giving of the Torah, the Arvut article, the peace article, and so on and so on. And the article of freedom, things that we already knew. It's very important, as we always said, to put them inside and to elaborate them, to chew them like in a meat machine, just from all of the directions, write summaries, ask the same questions of Baal HaSulam, see how he answers them. This is the most important thing. As many articles as possible. What is the order? Again, as we said, to begin with Rav Leitman's books.
Yes, what Moshe just said about working on articles, it's really the most important thing for the beginnings of Kabbalah studies. So just to add two things, really this importance of working on the text. I remember that this is what I did the whole first year of Kabbalah studies, translating it. Even when I don't understand it, translating it to my language. And when I review my translations now, I would translate everything differently. And then next year again, next year again, next year again. It's unbelievable how the text changes for you in front of you, but only if you are working with it. Like the pure reading, as we are used to it from normal books as we know it, doesn't work here, because there is no like one message, one story, superficial, physical, and that's it. It's a deeper and deeper level. Sometimes you're reading a book from Baal HaSulam and you don't remember anything that you've just read. You don't remember anything, and it's good just the way it is. Read it another time, and just another thing that I would add is the most important article is always the one that we are reading together. Follow the lessons. Even if in the learning center, if you just read, for example, in the end of the first semester, we read Ein Od Milvado, there's no one besides him. Read it with us, feel the other students, and then read it again. Work on the articles that other students are working on also. Okay, and yes, really start with the articles from Michael Leitman. They're the best for starters.
And also one, because you said very important thing, I want to say one thing about it. It's very important to, when you're reading something of Baal HaSulam or Rabash, every word has a significance. It's there because it needs to be there. And when you read it, normally we're used to read romance, just we're running on the lines, we grasp the picture. But if you want to adhere to Baal HaSulam, to the Kabbalist, to understand what they want, you find their specific really orders how to perceive reality and what to do in order to correct reality. You find their actions that one needs to do, and on himself or on reality, and it's amazing. And this the key to do it is just to begin to summarize, to elaborate, to do all of the manipulations you can do on the text. Then you see all of the, I don't know, like it's nuclear fusion that you all of a sudden discover.
It's really amazing, because also the normal books are speaking about emotions that you have had already, or that you can feel, that you can understand. So they all are talking from inside you, and the Kabbalistic book are talking about feelings that you don't have yet. So it's really important to try to adhere to those texts, to really feel them. This brings us to the next question, also from Nick from London. How can we use this article so we can enter spirituality together now?
If you will enter the Facebook, Nick, I don't recall you are in the Facebook. The usual harassment, yes, but it's important, because how can I affect my friends, all of the students, to study together with me with the same intention, with the same purpose? How can I know it? I, by myself, it will not help me. 1 minute I will, maybe 1 minute, 1 second, I will be in the right intention, what do I want from the text, and the second minute or all of the lesson I could forget about it. I could listen to the nice words that the instructors are saying. I could be impressed from, wow, this is true, wow, what a knowledge I received here, and I forgot about the true intention. So I need to write to my fellow students in Facebook or if you want also in the chat during the lesson, what is the right intention? I could also do a trick and just to ask a question about intention and have us instructors remind us and everyone why do we study. So many ways, but alone it will not work.
Last question about the texts from Eternel from France. People are lost to the desire to receive. They take everything and anything, any mixture. Would it not make sense to first learn the Torah, given that their food is not suitable for their understanding? If I understand the question right, he's asking why we're not first reading the Torah texts.
I was born in a religious family. I was reading the Torah for all of my life, and nothing, only confusions. And if you consider the entire world, what do you read there? Stories, legends, as we know. Yes, men and women probably naked running in the fields. A serpent is going after them to convince someone to eat, I don't know,
some fruit.
Yeah, some fruit. I don't know. Maybe it was a mango. And you see all of these stories, and you cannot see nothing else. You cannot desire the correction, the upper light. All of the contrary. You think that okay, it's nice stories, or you count the pages that you know by heart by now. This is, you don't feel that or imagine even that there is a secret. Secret, which means something that you don't attain right now, and you need to attain it. But the Torah is like, to give a newborn a book of quantum physics, and to tell him, okay, you begin with this. And the newborn is just sitting, drooling, or looking at these things, he would drool all over, and he will strap it, and that's the only use I think he would do. You understand better, newborns. But so what do we need to give him? We need to give him first the first things, a picture. Hey, look, this is a teddy bear, and he will continue to drool. But this thing will slowly enter, and then after 2 years of study, he will look and he will say teddy bear or something like this. And then we will bring him another book and another book until he will be in the level of attainment of the quantum physics. The same thing here. You cannot approach the Torah even though everyone thinks, and by the way, Baal HaSulam, we studied in these days. Baal HaSulam speaks about it in his introduction to the 10 Sfirot. He says that it's in the name of the student of Ari, Rav Chaim Vital. They both are saying that you can try between 3 and 5 years to study the Torah, and to try to, but not just to study, but to try to attract the upper light. And if you don't see any luck, they say, the Kabbalists are saying, you should leave this study and try your luck with the wisdom of Kabbalah. Why? Because from the wisdom of Kabbalah, you will be under the influence of the surrounding light, and through this you be able to reach the level of attainment of the Torah.
Well, we are now so full with the Torah stories, we so grew up on all those stories, that probably we should make the opposite. Try for 3 to 5 years to study Kabbalah, and then or even, for 1 year. Make 2 courses, 2 learning center courses, and then try to read it. Even better than that, maybe you can hear Rav Leitman's lectures on Kabbalah portions, but not now, not right now, a bit later, and then you will see how a whole world of new meanings inside the Torah will be opened to you.
Until then,
see you.